Oh yes, oh no, you wanna wash nana. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. The spirit of Biafra is upon me. That is why I am offering this song to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. In Urobo dialect and Isoko. Lucky star is sinking, I'm sinking, Udogu, Biafra. Amorotomo, Agbada Bururu. Amorotomo, Agbada Bururu. Excellency Simon Ekpa. Nieruwe yo, Bitrowe Salot. Mr. Go with the same the freedom you brought to do well for us. Mr. Go with the same no. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Dear Simon Joe, you have done so much for us. I am shedding tears of joy. Your tide cannot be seen easily. I search around the whole world, the greatest freedom fighter. We, the Robo and Isuku, we appreciate you also. Worry sister, say you are so good, you are so wonderful. Clara Dimu say you are so good. Oh, Amorutamo Agbada. Helen Peter say you are so good. Patricia Robo say you are so good. Amorutamo Agbada. What a wonderful man. The good guy. It's only the fool that we hate him. And I know those who are sitting at the fence in this Biafra struggle, they will not learn. Maybe they will learn in the grave. Urobisoko with the no. The freedom you brought to do well for us. Worry sister say you are so good. Urobisoko with the no. Clara Dim say you are so good. Anna Wabadaguru. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Urobisoko with the sego. Urobisoko with throw a salute. Even lucky star, it is said, you do well, it is said, Brgie said, you do well, we salute you, we throw a salute. Patricia Urobo say you are so good, you are so good. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. I am in tears of joy. For your good work cannot be quantified. Oh, Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Ewo, Isuko Bidise.
Those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born. Do this very well. You must be very, very strong.
When the Boroku, Nijimwero Mekumu Biafra. When the Siputa. Makamwero Mekanyinaga Biko Kulie Ogeruo Biko Kulie Iye Jamalike Ogeruo Owele Ndiaboroku Makamwero Wanyi Owele Ndiaburuchekwa Makamwero Wewu Biafra Biko Kulie Ogeruo, Biko Kulen, Iye Jamalike Ogeruo. The spirit of Biafra, Biko Kulen Ogeruo. When the Biafra Gideon, Biko Kulen Ogeruo. Oamadike nona donjon, Mugekweki Eremeyae. Bodike, Mosike Rurachovalike. Biko Kulie Ogeruo. Biko Kulie, Iye Jamalike Ogeruo. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, Master Simon F. He want to smooth the street Gabani Runaibu. They brother and tap on my Ebudo. Oh, Guinea. Master Simon F. Emesu Okwere Onyendu. Iye Jamalike Ruo. Imampa Simon F. Wuchie. Iye Jamalike Ruo. Simon F. Watakatabo. Ojuda Kwenyi. Mwikwere Onyendu Kine Betata. I will follow you. I will follow you. I will follow you. Never look back. I will follow you. Prime Minister Veroni. Aniga Manuga. I will follow you. Anina. I will follow you. I will follow you. The question is this: if Nigerian government failed to organize referendum for children of Biafra, are you ready to lead us to do anything in order to get freedom from Biafra? And I'm going to be number one. If you are looking for 100 men, you will find 50 in me. Ogwe Bucharangwe, Master Simon Epa, or Guinea. Master Simon Epa, Biko, Gisi, Kaka, Nogo, Atakata, Kaina, Ojuda, Uwe, Bolonyendu, Guinea, Menata. I am 50 men, oh yes, and I said, I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back, I will follow you. Prime Minister Veroni, Aniga Manuga, I will follow you, Anina, I will follow you, I will follow you. Oh, Madike Biafra, Dahi Boroka Biarole. Iye Jamadike, Biafra Republic Government Awuchie. Iye Jamadike, Commander General Lewejiri. General Buduso, Suna Atakata.
Kedu wayo tuwasi Chukwu obi Mauzon John John Iyebu Musotu yadi anya Zoye nike nadi ike tuwasi Chukwu obi Kizuzu ojola
maka Biafra wero putara anyị onye ndu Simon Efa
Witness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us? our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on this morning program, wherever you are connected from. If you are joining us from TikTok, I welcome you to this program. If you are joining us from Facebook, I welcome you as well. And those who are with me on this platform, David Herbert channel, which is where we are hosting the program, I welcome you as well. If you have not subscribed to this very channel, kindly subscribe. Follow the channel, like and share. It is very important so that we can get this message across. For the sake of those who are joining us for the very first time, I want you to remember that this very platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under the Biafran government. A platform under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nandekan. In this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or individuals.
We do not come here to attack any race or any religion. The only assignment we have here is to speak about the Biafran people, is to talk about the freedom of the Biafran people, to expose every lie they have told against the Biafrans, against our Prime Minister, and against our Supreme Leader. Our purpose here is to debunk every lie that is being told against us as a people. And we will continue to do that until our independence is confirmed and sealed. The Biafran people, we are pursuing the self-determination to free ourselves and have our own nation where we can grow in our own space at our own speed. All we are asking for is a place where we can develop ourselves and be whom we are supposed to be. That is the crime we have committed against Nigeria. The Nigerian government have continued to commit genocide against Biafrans, and nobody is talking about it. That is why we take it upon ourselves every morning to come here and speak on this issue that concerns us, this issue that is in our heart every day, and we must continue to talk about it. We are not against any tribe. We are not against any religion. Our government is not against anybody, but we are against every instrument of oppression against us that want to keep us enslaved. That is what we are up against. You can come in any form, in any manner. It doesn't matter your tribe, your religion, your whatever, we don't care. But as long as you are standing against the freedom of the people, you are supporting the captivity of the Biafrans, the enslavement of Biafrans, we will come against you and we will make sure that you do not exist anymore. This program every morning we conduct here on David Harbour channel on YouTube, and I stream it out on TikTok and on Facebook. If you want to join me on stage to make your contribution or say your own view, if you want to join me on stage, you are very much welcome, and you can only join me on YouTube, which is where I'm hosting the program. There is a link on the comment section. All you need to do is to click that link and I will bring you in to air your opinion. One thing we ask is that when you are coming on stage to speak with me on this very platform, David Harbour channel on YouTube, make sure you appear in a decent manner. We will not admit you into this program naked. You must put on some clothes. And when you are speaking on our platform, we beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama to make sure, try as much as possible to keep your words civil. Speak in a very civil manner so that the world will understand you, because a lot of people are watching. Children are watching. The whole world is watching us. Biafran government, members of the cabinet are watching us. Our prime minister is watching us. And we are representing Biafra. We must represent in a positive way, not in a negative way. As long as you can be able to maintain this standard, be civil, you are free to ask any question. You have all the time in the world to say what you want to say. We're going to allow you, and we will respond to you. The only thing that qualifies you to join me on stage is to be a human being. There is no law that says that you must be a Biafran to join us. Whether you are a Biafran or not, whether you are African or not, whether you are whatever religion you are welcome. And we're going to respond to your question. If you are watching me on TikTok or you're watching me on Facebook, if you have a question, you can write your question down. Once I set my eyes on your question, I will definitely respond to your question. But if you want to speak on stage, you must be with me here in David Harbour channel on YouTube. David Herbert channel on YouTube. That is where you can join me. And we can sit side by side and speak. My fellow Biafran, we have come once again. It is another new day. And the topic I chose to speak about today says, now Biafra, Republic of Nigeria Prime Minister reveal the war of attrition, keeping the oath to defend Biafra land. During the interview of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, he revealed so many things and answered many questions that people are asking. I always say that the beauty of the struggle today, the beauty of the restoration of Biafra is that every single thing that is done to restore Biafra is done in the open. None is done in secret. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is not one of those who is telling you that he's walking on the ground with nothing to show. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, does not walk on the ground without showing you anything. No. Every single thing you need to know, you will know. Everything he's doing, you will see. It is left for you to follow up. If you decide not to follow up, that is your own personal business. You can continue with your propaganda, your blackmail. It will last only for a little while and it will fizzle out. Because only the truth can stand the test of time. Everyone that is watching this program, wherever you are watching from, I have always said it. If you are an international journalist, I urge you to fly down to Biafra land. Biafra land is the whole southeastern region of Nigeria. Fly into Biafra land, southeastern part of Nigeria. When you get into that area, you will see things for yourself. Make your own independent investigation and come out and tell the world what you have seen. It is unfortunate that with the atrocities happening in Biafra land today, with the genocide that the Nigerian government and its ally are committing in Biafra land, no international media is reporting it. They are not paying attention. They care less about it. The only person that is putting Biafra before the whole world today is the Biafran government. And the major platform we use is the major platform, social media network. More especially the platform of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. If you want to get more facts on what I'm saying, go to his platform on X. Go to X, type Simon Ekpa. Once you type Simon Ekpa, you will see verified account. Follow that verified account, scroll down and up. You are going to see evidence that will blow your mind. Evidence in pictures, evidence in videos, evidence in audio and write-ups. Then you will understand better the reason why you must fly down to Biafra land and make your investigations, come up with your findings and let the world see. I thank Chukwu Okike that today we have the social media. You can imagine what our people suffered in 1967 when there were no social media. You can imagine what the Biafrans faced in 1967. That was why genocide was committed in Biafra land and nobody reported it up to this moment. Nobody had been held to account on what transpired in Biafra land. 3 to 5 million people died in Biafra land, mostly children starved to death. Those who were involved in this genocide are celebrated across the world today. They are celebrated. They are given honor and honored in places. People that are supposed to be in jail. People that are supposed to be tried in Hague. The genocide in Biafra land is the second largest genocide after the Holocaust. There is nothing that comes close to the genocide that happened in Biafra land. But unfortunately today, the world have shut their eyes towards that and nobody is talking about it. And that genocide have not stopped. It continues up to this moment as you're watching this video. Nigeria government is still taking innocent lives in Biafra land, disappearing Biafran people on a daily basis. The war did not end. They have continued. And even of recent, their chief of army staff came out on national TV and announced that they are fighting a jungle warfare in Biafra land. Later, he changed it and said they are fighting asymmetrical warfare in Biafra land. And the whole world was watching. But when we come here and tell you that the war has not ended and that is war going on in Biafra land, some of you call it a joke. You don't believe it. I am telling you that the chief of army staff announced it on their national TV. It is still there. The video is still there. While this war is going on, nobody is reporting it. No international media is reporting it. The conventional media do not focus on it. Every information you get is what we bring out through the social media platform. I urge every international journalist, independent journalist, go down there, get your investigations and show the world what you have seen. The only thing we have to do on our part is to continue to speak. It doesn't matter how you feel or what you think about us. That doesn't matter. What matters is what you're going to think about us in years to come. As they have continued to engage in warfare in Biafran territory, finally, during the broadcast of our Prime Minister, he has made it clear to the whole world and announced it, that the Biafran government today, under the command of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, using the Liberation Army of Biafra, is launching the war of attrition. The Biafrans have declared to engage on the war of attrition against the Nigerian state. We are ready to fight until the last man standing, until we are free. And I bet you, this is not 1967. The zoological republic called Nigeria will never survive what is coming. It doesn't matter how they try. Go and check up and look up what is war of attrition. It is not going to end until we are free. And as we speak, a lot of things are happening. And we are going to be reporting it. It doesn't matter. Whether they report it or don't report it, we will be reporting it by ourselves. Just as our Prime Minister have ordered. Until every terrorist in uniform, either they are military terrorists or they are police terrorists in uniform in Biafra terrorists, leave Biafra land. If you don't leave Biafra land, you will definitely live in body bags. It is not a threat. It is a promise that will be fulfilled, that have started being fulfilled as we speak. Biafra land must be defended. Our children and women must be defended. We have been subjugated for a very long time. Many lives have been lost in Biafran territory, and we can no longer condone that. We have reached to a point where we have to speak up. Not just speak up, we have taken up our fate in our own hands. Under the command of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, today, we are fully in restoration of Biafra and delegitimization of Nigerian government in Biafra territory. It is happening as we speak. It doesn't matter what you think, what you feel. It doesn't matter how you say it. That is the truth. And we will continue to be in that until we are completely free. My fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, a lot is going on and more is going to happen. Do not be deceived. Do not be distracted. Victory is on the way. Every indications that we can see now shows that we are going to be free and we will win the war. They can come from different angles. They can come with different weapons. They can attack and challenge us in different ways. But I bet you, at the end of the day, victory will be ours. As we speak, today is the 14th of November 2024. We are counting just few days to go. Just few days to go. The convention of the Biafran people will start on the 29th of this month. The convention is going to last from 29th of this month up until the 3rd of December. The convention is one of the most important events on the restoration of Biafra today. That convention is one of the most important events, and I bet you the whole world is focused on that very convention. And wherever you are, you must put your eyes on that convention. By the special grace of Chukwu, I am going to stream it live on all my platforms so that people who cannot be able to attend will follow up. It is going to be massive. During that convention, a lot of documents will be generated. During that convention, so many things are going to happen. And that convention is going to guarantee more legality officially for the Biafran government. Remember the word of our Supreme Lamazim Nandekano. He said, I will not declare Biafra until the Biafran people give me the mandate. And I'm not going to tell you how the mandate will come. Here are we today. Finally, the Biafran government have successfully, under the command of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, successfully conducted self-referendum that produced more than 50 million people who signed up and say, we have to get out of the zone. As we speak, that self-referendum is still ongoing. People are still voting. And it will continue until 29th of this month. So if you have not voted, go and vote. Cast your vote. It is not yet late. If you have not voted, go and cast your vote. For anybody to stand against Biafra today and tell us that we will not have our Biafra, you must have to be able to generate more than 50 million votes, which is mission impossible. Nigerian government in all its entirety, in all their election, has never been able to get up to 50 million votes. There has never been any president in Nigeria that came up in a country of 200 and something million people. They have never gotten up to 50 million votes to do that country. Never ever. Now you understand how important and serious the Biafrans are. During this convention, the final result of the self-referendum will be announced. After the announcement of the result, evidence will be provided before the whole world. You're going to see evidence, because some of you are already asking, how did you conduct the self-referendum? This was one of the questions that came up in the interview of our Prime Minister on the platform he went 2 days ago. One of the questions that came up was, how did you conduct the self-referendum? The authenticity of the self-referendum, and our Prime Minister responded accordingly. We conducted it in 2 different ways. It was conducted online and on the ground. Our Prime Minister went extensively to explain how it was conducted in the 40 states of Biafra through the help of the de facto government in the homeland. In that 40 states, we have counties, we have village heads, and they were able to go to the grassroots, and people voted accordingly. There are video evidence, there are picture evidence to the vote that was casted in 40 states of Biafra in the homeland. So if you're looking for evidence and the authenticity of the vote, your eye must be on the convention. You are going to see more. It was also conducted online through the Google platform. Through Google, it was conducted. And Biafrans voted across the world. And they are still voting. And if you want to verify on Google, you can equally verify. The self-referendum of Biafra that are conducted have been endorsed by some strong organizations in the world today. Investigative journalists have gone on the ground to investigate the self-referendum of the Biafran people, and they discover it is happening. Some of you are expecting us to call a public holiday or announce a sit at home for the self-referendum so that the military will use that opportunity to come and take the life of innocent people. Biafran governments and members of the cabinet are not foolish. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Samareba, is not foolish. He knows who is fighting. We know what the government of Nigeria is capable of, a terrorist government. And that was why the Prime Minister outsmarted them, using the most authentic means. And before they wake up and realize it is all over. That was why our lobbyists said that we have outsmarted the zoo. You know, they claim to be smart. They are very good in creating things that doesn't exist. They are very good in creating counterfeits. They are very good in creating false informations, creating distractions, false alarm. But in this very one, they couldn't handle it. And today, more than 50 million votes are saying they no longer want to be part of the contraption called Nigeria. And anybody that is watching me, you might say, oh, there are some people in Biafra land who doesn't support the exit of Biafra from the zoo. You might say, oh, there are some of these people. You are correct. Absolutely, there are people who do not want to exit the zoo. There's no doubt about it. There are people who prefer to remain in the zoo, some fraudulent idiots. So some of those who have been in the zoo for a very long time that they can no longer live a straightforward life. Some of them who are lining up for their so-called national cake, which is a fraud. Some of them who are celebrating fraud as a means of livelihood. They will never support Biafra. There are many of them. So when you see such people, they are online talking. They are everywhere and they are talking. Tell them, advise them to go and get us their own referendum. If they can be able to get more than 50 million people saying that they want to remain in the zoo, I bet you our Prime Minister will step down. It's a challenge. Go ahead and do it. And anybody or any organization or the zoo themselves, if they feel that the self-referendum of Biafran people is not accurate, they should go down and conduct theirs and bring it. Let's see. They should go down and conduct theirs, bring it and show us. Let's compare and contrast. Until then, the Biafra exit has been signed and sealed, and nothing is going to stop Biafra from exiting the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. And for the record, for those who are scared from other regions, the Biafran people are not against you. Biafra is not against anybody, not against any religion, not against any tribe or any region. What we are interested in is to save and secure ourselves. At the same time, secure our neighbors. We want everybody to grow in their own space, at their own speed. Practice whatever you want to practice in your area. If you want to have a caliphate, practice it and nobody will distract you. You want to have a secular state, be in it and nobody will disturb you. That is what we are pursuing. Stop seeing Biafra as a threat. Stop seeing Biafra as a threat. The only threat that is against the indigenous people in Nigeria is the government itself. A government that could not provide security for you. And there you are supporting it. And you have forgotten that the primary objective of every government is to protect life and property of its own people. Any government that fails to do that has failed and is not worth to be under nor respected. That is why today the Biafran people have risen up to redeem every indigenous person. The only thing you can do for yourself, look to your region and try to form a system that is going to secure you and protect you and prepare towards your own government. That is where you should channel your energy to. Stop channeling your energy in distracting the Biafran people or seeing the Biafrans as your enemy. We are not your enemy. We don't have any enemy anywhere, except those who have announced themselves as enemies of Biafra. Those who are supporting the subjugation, the genocide in Biafra land, and the enslavement of Biafran people. They are our enemies. And we will never see them anything less than that. Apart from that, no country, no religion, no region is our enemy. We are all friends. And what we are doing today is to save humanity. That is what the Biafran people are doing. To save humanity. How can you have too many wealth, yet you are dying in hunger? How can a country be so rich? How can a country be so rich with everything, including mineral resources that Chukwu Okike Abiyama have put in place for you to succeed, and yet you are so poor that there are people who cannot afford 1 square meal a day, and yet you do not see anything wrong in that? Something must be wrong with you. How can you be so rich, even when you remove the mineral resources? People have so smart and so intelligent, and yet they are dying in hunger and poverty. They can't produce anything. They can't showcase anything of their own. And you don't see anything wrong in that. You must be insane. You must be the problem. Wherever you are today as a Biafran, you have to be proud of yourself. I bet you need to be proud of yourself. Because we have gotten to a point where the whole world is seeing the truth and nothing but the truth. And wherever you are as a Biafra, you must join this gospel. Share this video to all platform, family, and friends. What we are doing is to save humanity. To save the African nation. That is the purpose of Biafra. The contraption called Nigeria is endangering the life of every African across the world. Take it or leave it. That name, Nigeria, that very contraption is endangering the life of every black man across the whole world. It is high time we take it off. When that contraption called Nigeria is ended, destroyed, and set aside, every region will go back to base and begin to lay a new foundation. A foundation that will respect human law. A foundation that will respect humanity. Respect every human right law. Protect humanity. And then you can go from there. Practice whatever religion you choose to. Whatever system you choose to. On your own. Without anybody dictating for you. The cause of Biafra is a cause that every human being must support. If you love humanity, if you love justice and equity, if you want sanity in this world, you must support the cause of Biafra. That is why during this convention in Finland that is coming up on 29th to 3rd of December, the Biafran government is going to sign up to all United Nations treaties, all United Nations human rights treaties. Biafra is going to sign up to them, one after the other. We cannot be like the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Every one of us know that Nigeria doesn't obey international law, including the ones they have signed up for. They don't obey it. They do not obey it. Every one of you have seen the kidnap of our school Mazin Nandekam. Extraordinary rendition is a crime, it's an international crime. And Nigeria signed up to it and say that that will not happen. But Nigerian government have done it again and again and again. The kidnap of Mazin Nandekam was not the first. They tried it first of all with Umar Diko. When the government of Nigeria went all the way to the United Kingdom to kidnap Umar Diko, the same man that superheaded the kidnap of Mazin Nandekam went to kidnap Umar Diko, but eventually they did not succeed. But even for the fact they did not succeed in UK, every single individual that was involved in that very kidnap, including the airline that was supposed to be used to extradite Umar Diko, they were all punished. People went to jail because of that attempt to commit extraordinary rendition in the UK. But look at us. In the present day, Mazin Nandekam, his own case was not an attempt. They succeeded in extraordinary rendition of Mazin Nandekam from Kenya after they tortured him for 8 good days. Torture itself is against international law. It's against international law that Nigerian government signed up for. But they stood on that violation. They tortured Mazin Nandekam for 8 days. And they didn't stop there. They extraordinarily renditioned him to Nigeria. And he's getting to 4 years now. He has been incarcerated. He's still under solitary confinement. They didn't stop there. Their own court, Mazin Nandekam passed through their own court, and their court said that Mazin Nandekam is innocent. Ordered them to let him go. In fact, a court told them to pay compensation to Mazin Nandekam. And one of them said that no law court has the right to try Mazin Nandekam until they explain the situation surrounding his kidnapping. But what did we see? Even against their own law, their own judge. The judges were not Biafran judge. These are Nigerian judge who swore oath to represent and protect the law of the zoo. They passed those judgments, but the government refused to obey that instruction. And Mazin Nandekam has been in detention now for almost 4 years. Nigeria is a very lawless country. It does not take rocket science for you to see it. The only people who do not see how lawless are those who have not come in contact with a true one Nigerianist. If you come in contact with a true one Nigerianist, you will see lawlessness before you. If you are following Nigerian news and events, you will see lawlessness before you. If you have visited, even spend hours, you will see lawlessness before you. So when we talk about the lawlessness of the zoo called Nigeria, it is not a rocket science. It's difficult for you to discover or see. The attitude of these governments have pushed the innocent citizens, great citizens of that very country today, have become an endangered species across the world. That was why, remember, former UK Prime Minister called them fantastically corrupt, even though they are the ones promoting and supporting all the corruption that is happening in Nigeria. They planted it. The United Kingdom themselves planted the corruption you see in Nigeria today. They planted it. They laid the foundation for the corruption. Every single corruption in Nigeria was introduced by the United Kingdom. Talk about this budget padding they are talking about today, inflation of prices and all manner of fraud. It was first done by the UK in Nigeria. When they were inflating prices, you buy something 1 naira, they told you to write 1 naira, you write 200 at the back. It is the UK, United Kingdom, that started it in Nigeria. Even before the independence. They didn't stop there. The very first election that was conducted in Nigeria to make it a nation, the United Kingdom sat on that very election and they rigged it. The confession was done by somebody from the UK who was there and present when it happened. They rigged the election in order to favor their stooge, the Fulani Caliphate. The census you see today, they are showing, they tell you that the northern part of Nigeria have the whole world and the south have only 2%. The map they are showing you, that map of Nigeria, all are false. The map of Nigeria you see are false. That is not the map of Nigeria. But they created that map in order to make you look small and hands off and surrender to the caliphate. The way they program the map, when they call you the southeast, go and take a compass and put on that map that they drew, their own map they drew. Put a compass and you see that you are nowhere near the southeast. When they call you southeast, oh, you are nowhere near the southeast. That's not what you got. You can see how everything is created in the zoo without putting into consideration the actual facts. Everything about the zoo and its foundation is false. Falsehood, right, left, and center. And you want us to continue to live in that falsehood. No. We have been there for too long. We have been in it for too long. And that is why, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, in this year, 2024, we are going to end it. Starting from the 29th of this month, up until December, it is going to be a very memorable event. This convention is going to be written down and will never be forgotten. It will mark the beginning of the new dawn. The documents that will be generated from this very convention is going to be massive. You know, I have always said it on this platform that the world does not work with your sentiment. Your sentiment doesn't move the world. That you are crying and say, oh, they are killing me, they are intimidating me. It doesn't move them. Oh, we will need Biafra, you protest, you raise flag, it doesn't move anybody. All those cry doesn't move anybody. We have created enough awareness. They have seen it. But nothing will be done until you begin to document and make things legal. For you to make things legal, there must be a document to present. For a very long time, we have been telling them that more than 90% of Biafrans are willing to get out of the zoo. And that is the truth. But nobody is going to believe you until you put it before them in the documents. It is not enough to say it and go to sleep. After saying it, you have to put the documents out for people to see. That is the only way the world will listen to you and operate. And this is one thing we have not done. From the very first time Biafra was fought for up to this minute, it has not been done. But today, it is a different ball game. The diplomatic move of the Biafran government today is excellent, world class. The diplomatic move of Biafran government today, I can bet you it is excellent. No other government in exile have done it. Biafrans are known to go extra mile to do things when they want to do it. Biafrans, wherever you find them, they are always excellent in what they do, except they do not want to do it. In whatever they embark on, it doesn't matter what it is, they are going to do it and come out excellently. And that is what we are doing with the Biafran government. That is what we are doing with the Biafran government today. You have seen the lobby group in DC doing massively well. Massively well. And one of the questions that was asked our Prime Minister is, of which importance will Trump be to us? That why were we celebrating that Trump won? And our Prime Minister responded accordingly, as always. That our celebration is not just about Trump, but it's about his policies. And somebody who can stand on the United States foreign policy and pursue it and defend it sincerely. The only man we found who can do that is Donald Trump. And today we thank God he's there. The only man who can pursue the United States foreign policy sincerely and implement it without trying to be politically correct or anything. That is why we are happy. And I thank Chukwu Okike. I thank Chukwu Okike that today, finally, we have made a great mark. And some of the appointments that Donald Trump has been making today are people who the Biafran government have already consulted. The people that Biafran government have already consulted, they are the ones today, many of them are getting appointments in this government of Donald Trump. It is a plus. So when we are celebrating, you can understand that we are far, far, far ahead of our enemies. We are way far ahead of our enemies. And we are doing exploit. And we will continue to do more. As we are fighting on different grounds, on different fronts, a lot of things are happening in this restoration of Biafra. And I'm going to bring the updates for you to see some of the updates that is coming from the platform of our Prime Minister, Martin Simon. I know that some of us might not have the time to get there. That is why each time I come here, I try to bring those updates to keep us awake. What you are looking at here, this is the Biafran national team, national football team. They have gone for a competition for the very first time. You can see our national team going for an international match. They just arrived at the airport and you can see them moving. You know, our Prime Minister is a very intelligent and smart man, you know. Sometimes he tried to woo them. When he posted the first video, they said, oh, is it only these 5 people? He posted one, they said, is it only these 3 people? And as time goes on, things are now unfolding. They have arrived. And you are going to see more. This is Biafra national team on an international assignment, international match for the very first time. And by the special grace of Chukwu Okike, we're going to bring the match and you will watch and see the performance of our brothers. That is the topic. Biafra national team arrived their destination finally. For those shouting na 5 people, make una no run. Oh. I know how to deal with you people. Yes, I'm not sleeping. Are they my shrine? 247. They monitor your evil witches. That's our Prime Minister speaking. Yes, this is another one. This is our Finance Minister. Okay. This is our Finance Minister. This very man he took picture is one of those who Trump have appointed. He said, congratulations to Congressman Matt Gaetz, right left, for his nomination by President-elect Trump to be the Attorney General of the United States of America. Biafra Republic Government in Exile Finance Minister Ogechukwu Nkere had the opportunity to meet with Congressman Gaetz in September of 2024. Just this September, our Finance Minister met with him, the man that got their appointment as the Attorney General, the new Attorney General appointed by Trump, met with the Finance Minister just this September that just ended. Just this September. BRICS Finance Minister Ogechukwu Nkere provided encouragement with a briefing as well as information materials, including the Biafran Charter. The Attorney General, the present Attorney General of the US, have our charter in his hand. He has studied it and he has read it, delivered to him by our Finance Minister. I am talking about the person that Trump just nominated. For some of you who think we are playing around, that Biafra is not a game. It is not longer it's not fought on social media anymore. What I am doing here is to give you informations. We have made noise when we were making noise. We have preached. Today we are facing facts. The new Attorney General that Trump put in place, Biafra Republic Government in Exile Finance Minister Ogechukwu Nkere, provided the congressman with a briefing as well as informational materials, including the Biafra Charter. We look forward to work with the Honorable Gaetz in his new capacity as Attorney General of the United States of America, to the mutual benefit of Biafra and the United States. When you talk about lobbying, it is not just lobbying, but meeting the right people. You can see him in picture with our Minister of Finance. In the way of background information, the United States Attorney General, AG, is the head of the United States Department of Justice, DOJ, and is the Chief Law Enforcement Officer of the federal government of the United States. The Attorney General serves as the principal advisor to the President of the United States on all legal matters. The Attorney General is statutory member of the Cabinet of the United States. Picture capture Congressman Miles with Finance Minister Ogechukwu Nkere to tell the capacity of the people we are meeting. This is the capacity of the level of people the Biafran government have been able to meet, giving them our charter. And remember, our constitution is going to be out on this very convention. Biafran constitution will be officially out during this very convention. So, my fellow Biafrans, you can understand that the government of Biafra is not playing around. We are doing great. This is another one. This is our football team. They are still on their way. That's it. More players arrived at the Biafran national football team camp. Biafran players are arriving from different places. It is going to be awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. Players are flying in from all corners of the world to be part of this very competition that Biafrans are going to play. And you are going to watch it. Don't worry. By special Mr. Chukwukeme, we're going to stream it and we get it. Once we get the link, we're going to stream it so that you can be able to watch and share them all. This is breaking news. The United States of Biafra Finance Minister and newly appointed Attorney General of the United States of America previously met and will continue to meet. The game has changed from noise making to productive meeting. Oh my God. The zoo are shaking. And our Prime Minister, as always, wrote and he said, how will Nigerian terrorist states and their supporters survive the news update that will be coming from the Biafran government from now till January? It will shock them. They will die of heart attack. They cannot imagine the news that will be coming out. How are they going to stand it? This is not the time to pretend. You know, The time for saying miscreant or miscreant has passed. That is why these days we don't pay attention to people who are gossiping, talking this and that. There's nothing you can do to bring someone ever down. You are wasting you are destroying yourself and making yourself look stupid. That is why I urge Biafra, don't bother yourself about people who are still talking down our prime minister. They are disgracing themselves and making themselves look stupid, and they will never be valued anywhere they go. Nobody's going to listen to them. We have gone too far ahead of them. Far ahead of them, and there is nothing they can do. It doesn't matter how they try. That is our finance minister. Congratulations to Congressman Martins for his nomination by President-elect Trump to be the Attorney General of the United States. Do you know what it means to have such a man, to meet such a man, for such a man to have a knowledge of what we are facing in Biafra land? It is not a joke. It's not a play. The Attorney General having our charter, having first-hand information on Biafra issue and what is transpiring. And this man you are seeing is one of the senior advisors of Trump directly. Decision makers in the United States. So you think Biafrans are playing, right? Every Biafran, you must continue to applaud our Prime Minister. He has done more than expected. This is our Biafran national team. They are training in Portugal. Biafran national team are training in Portugal. That's our national team, Biafran national team. Training in Portugal. That is where they are training. You can see them. Biafran national team. It is going to be amazing. Even as a government in exile, we are already setting the record. As government in exile, we are already setting the record. For those who are watching me from TikTok and those who are watching me from Facebook, you might not see the video I'm displaying, but I'm going to try to download the video and share it on TikTok and on Facebook. I will download it and share it also, so that you can see these videos I'm talking about. This is our team. They are doing their training in Portugal. And information will continue to come until when the march is finally on. My fellow Biafrans, we are making headways. There's no need to be fear. No need to fear. Every one of us have to stand their ground, be where you want to be, and do what you have to do. Stand on the right thing. That's all we ask. Make sure you are not deceived. Make sure you are not distracted. Temptations are going to come. Obstacles are going to come. People are going to come in from all angles, from all corners, to say all manner of things. But I bet you, at the end of the day, we shall overcome. Our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, is making us proud. He's making us proud on all levels, on all sides, on all angles. And I bet you, we are very proud of him. Some of us don't know what Chukwu Kadoma has done for us to give us somebody like the Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa. You don't know. You don't know the value, but you will know when the time comes. My fellow Biafran, this is an announcement also. I think this is an announcement. Join the Biafran government business team live today by 7 p.m. Biafran time. 7 p.m. Biafran time, the Biafran business team are going to be on a program. Special IOU Ebube Paradise Homes, Biafra Freedom Raffle Workshop with Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, November 14th by 7 p.m. Biafran time. This program is going to hold today, so wherever you are, please try to log in. When it comes to that time, I'm going to try as much as possible to stream it live so that you can be able to join. And most of us, we can also share the link so that you can join the link and join the program. This program is going to hold today. It's going to hold today's program. It says, join the Biafran government business team live today, 7 p.m. Biafran time. That is when the program is going to hold. So make sure you are part of the program. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be wonderful. As always, make sure you are always connected. Don't be left behind. These informations are very, very important. That is why we keep on bringing them close to you. We keep on bringing them, and we make sure that every one of us is part of this very program. So don't allow anything to distract you. Don't allow anybody to intimidate you. Do not allow anybody to tell you otherwise. These are informations, the updates we have gotten so far, and we will continue to bring these updates to the Biafran people, for Biafran people to know what is going on, when and how. My fellow Biafrans, you must not allow anybody to deceive you. You must not allow anybody to distract you. Our freedom is going to come. And we are doing the best we can to see that Biafra is free. All you have to do is to play your own role. Do not be found wanting. I want us to hear this quick message from the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Very important. Let's listen to what he has to say. One of his last messages. You know, most of the time I refer back to those messages to call back your mind for you to know where we are coming from, where we are heading, and what to expect. Let's listen to our Prime Minister.
You know, the question they used to ask, when will Biafra come? This question has always been what has been in the mind of the enemy for decades. They come like friends, they laugh, and at the end, the question is actually meant to mock the Biafra agitation in those days. My fellow Biafrans, I would like to, today is Sunday, I would like to read the Bible today. I would like to read from the book of Ecclesiastes 7. The book of Ecclesiastes 7. I'm going to read from chapter 7, and I will read verse 7, and I will read 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Number 9, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. When you expect the Biafra government and myself to act on certain issues, we don't delve into things with our anger. We take our time. But when we start, the entire world will know that we have started. They used to ask you, when will this Biafra come? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mentioned this in one of his broadcasts. Always there, when will this Biafra come? When will this Biafra come? That's a question that many, both the good and the bad, carried in their heart for decades. But that question now has an answer. The question finally has an answer. And the infinite answer will come on December 2nd, 2024. My fellow Biafrans, as we continue to put in place the delegitimization of the Nigeria terrorist state within Biafra land, we are taking it one step at a time. We're not in a hurry. This is a fight that have taken the life of millions, and we've fought this for over 50 years. The Biafra government 72 hours ultimatum to return all the Biafrans that were kidnapped from the old eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria and other part of Nigeria to detain.
You have just had this message from the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Exile. The message is straight and direct. Very self-explanatory. That is why I love our Prime Minister. When he makes his statement and when he talks, it doesn't matter how dumb you are, you will understand him because he uses plain language. He speaks in a plain language that everybody can understand. And I say, if you don't understand the words or the message of our Prime Minister, I don't know which one you're going to understand. He breaks it down and brings it to the level, the lowest level for you to understand. The long asked question, when will Biafra come? A long time question, when will Biafra come? When will Biafra come? When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Finally, it is happening. And he said that question will be answered on the 2nd of December, 2024. On the 2nd of December, 2024. You must prepare yourself. Get yourself ready. Wherever you are as a Biafran, get yourself ready and know your stance because the game has changed completely. We are no longer in the zoo. I want you to get this right. Biafrans are no longer part of the zoo. And the confession have even been made by Sahara reporter. Showore wrote it and he said that the southeastern part of Nigeria have practically seceded from Nigeria. Showore wrote it. This is not a Biafran now talking. And our Prime Minister went ahead to tell him that the southeast you are talking about will include south-south. And very soon you are going to speak the same in a language that will be more understandable because they tend to separate us. That separation cannot happen. We are going to carry along their own south-south they come. In as much as we know that the old southeastern region is going to move away from the zoological republic. But for the fact that Showore has confessed and said the south, their own southeast they know have practically succeeded, it means that something has happened and they can feel it. It doesn't matter how they feel. It doesn't matter how they pretend. A time is going to come when they pretend no more. And you that is a Biafran watching, I want you to hear this message. I tell you, I will always go back to the message of our Prime Minister to take you back where we are coming from and for you to know where we are going. I want you to listen to this message from the Prime Minister of Biafra.
I want every one of you to remember these 3 words. Nigerians, we are no more. Southeasterners and South-Southerners, we cannot become. And Biafrans, we must be. What are the declaration of the 2nd December meant to achieve? At least it is no longer a question of uncertainty. It is no longer a question of whether we are unsure. But I believe the message of the Declaration of the Restoration of Independent State of Biafra on the 2nd of December 2024 has penetrated even to the bone marrow of the enemies. So the question and the big question is, what do we intend to achieve? They have mocked us that we are in exile. But what the truth that they are not telling themselves is that we are not only in exile. We are actually more in the homeland than what we are in exile. The truth they refuse to tell, which they continue to deceive themselves, is that every blessed Monday in Biafra land, we demonstrate that we are not just in exile. We also control the homeland. The truth they have not told you is that whenever we issue any declaration on either civil disobedience or the forceful lockdown of the Nigeria state institution in Biafra land, like we have declared from the 28th day of this August to the 26th of September, those who call us government, those who say we are in exile, will start crying. They will start all manner of propaganda, panicking, sending military terrorists in our land to try to, see whether we can change our mind, thinking that by killing our people, the pressure will, force us to change our mind. These are the things that they are not telling those gullible, idiot criminals in Nigeria that are believing in one Nigeria just because they have found themselves in a safe haven where they can commit crimes, international crimes and cyber crimes, and they will be bragging in their various communities for making money through crime. So they lie to themselves that, oh, don't listen to him, they are just in exile. Yet, each time we make any pronouncement, it becomes a problem to them. So the big question is, what do we intend to achieve from the 2nd of December? My supporters in the United States, Biafrans in the United States, we have at least 2 objectives. We want to achieve 2 things from this 2nd of December declaration. These 2 things are the delegitimization of the Nigeria state within Biafra land and the legitimization of Biafra government within Biafra land and beyond. Our declaration will cover all grievances against Nigeria, the injustices against Biafra people by the Nigeria state, the harms suffered by the Biafra people within Nigeria. This has a standard way of delegitimizing Nigeria as an existing state and, of course, legitimizing Biafra as a new independent state. These grievances, the Biafra government have constituted a committee called the Declaration Drafting Committee that is putting and penning down every grievances we have against Nigeria. And there is the latest one, which is the student loan. Many of you have seen in the news that they have approved a student loan from every geopolitical zone, but they excluded Southeast, part of Biafra. That is technically accepting partially the declaration that is coming on 2nd of December. They're already telling us to go. But what they have refused to understand is that they don't define our map. We define our map. It is not them. They are still using the colonial mentality of giving them the demography, changing the demography for them. This is 21st century, where the people are wise and we know our boundaries. We know our land. You don't tell us where our land is and come from Yoruba land to tell us where your boundary ends, or come from the Fulani Caliphate to tell us where your boundary end, our boundary end. No, that was then. During the time of Usman Danfodio and during the time of Babangida, where you use your military degree to do whatever you want. This time around, it is not going to work like that. We know our boundary. Our boundary has been defined by the Biafra government. Our states and institutions has also been put in place by the Biafra government. So our declaration is going to state very clearly the grievances we have against Nigeria, why Biafra has come to become a remedy. Now, I use instances always, making references to the United States. Just as in the 1776 of the U.S. Declaration, when they become a new state, then they presented this particular new state of the United States as the only remedy the listed grievances for them to declare the independence of the United States. Biafra will be presented to the world as the only remedy to the insecurity that Nigeria has created in quest to bring Islamization of Nigeria and, of course, that turn Nigeria into Islamic State. We are going to present Biafra government as a remedy to the United States, to the West, and to every other world power that cares to know. Part of the grievances will be the killings by the terrorists and the high-level corruption and political crisis that Nigeria has found itself today without any solution. Since the last election, which the European Union condemned, which the United Nations condemned, which the America condemned, and faulted everything that has to do with the result of the last election. Yet, they are recognizing the criminal who called himself Tinubu as the president. Because Nigerians are stupid. Nobody rise up against, because everybody have been captured and enslaved with terrorism. If you do, they kill you, they assassinate you. That's why many of them are bragging. Whenever we talk, they say, Samanaka, come to Nigeria so we believe you. Do you know why? Because they think that we are going to be as stupid as those people that have killed in the past. Kensaro Wiwa, should we start mentioning them? Anybody that rise up to challenge the impunity of the Nigerian state, the terrorist state, they eliminate the person. What is the other name? The Yoruba man, Gani Kfawemi or whatever he's called. He was assassinated. These are people who think they can make changes within the Nigerian state. It's impossible. Even this criminal called Tinubu, he ran away. He would have been killed by the military administration then, because he thought that he can move, have any political movement, to change whatever he want to change then, before he came back to become the governor. He ran away to exile, and probably France, because I know he has a very good relationship with people in France. Now, just like the United States, we are going to present Biafra after 2nd of December as the only remedy to the political crisis in Nigeria today. We will present Biafra as the only remedy to the upsurge of terrorists in the Sahel. I am telling you, nobody will see what we are doing today as a government in exile and don't give us that particular opportunity. We have proven beyond reasonable doubt that as a Nigeria as a failed state, the only remedy that will save the life of people and also save the interests of the West, because no matter how you want to say it, we still have to protect the interests of the West, which goes a very long way in making sure that our society still remain in a sane, we still remain in a sane society, both in conflict-wise, insecurity-wise, national security, and what have you. So Nigeria no longer function as a law-governed state, capable of resolving its current political and economic crisis. My people of Biafra, our declaration in December is providing a remedy, providing alternative to the Biafra people and to the world, and to those who have business interests in the area, in Sahel region, and in Nigeria as a whole, because this is going to affect them positively. So Nigeria have found itself in a situation where they have become incapacitated. They are not capable of resolving every crisis that they are facing today. So the state is already a failed state. So what are we going to do in December 2nd? Our declaration will offer solution. And like I said, remedy to the economic crisis, to the insecurity, to the upsurge of terrorism, and what have you. And we believe that those who supported Nigeria to commit genocide against Biafrans in the 60s must be very ashamed of themselves today. Though we can see that many of them who are very corrupt, I am talking about those in America, for example, like, some of them we have seen removing Nigeria from the list of, special interest of a state that have committed crime against Christians, for example. Those who remove Nigeria without investigation, they are struggling struggling very hard, trying not to look stupid by their continuous support for the Nigeria, even when they knew that Nigeria is already a failed state. The more they try to revive Nigeria, following their fake diplomatic ties, and the more Nigeria will continue to fail them. So, my people, there is no two ways about it. This time around, we have come to outsmart the nomadic system of Nigeria. And of course, our aim and objective is to bring and restore true democracy in Biafra land, which will affect the entire region. After December 2nd, we will move to the next level, which I call the phase 2 of the Biafra liberation, which this phase 2 will see the establishment and activation of the state institution within Biafra land, which is already functional as I speak. That will take over the Nigeria state functions, will take over the functions of other institutions from the Nigeria state, and that is the part of the delegitimization of Nigeria. And by announcing the United States of Biafra commitment to several international sanctioned principles, policies, and international recognized organization that Nigeria never had. We are going to make sure we approach every international organization that Nigeria has violated their treaties with impunity, providing Biafra to them and presenting Biafra as a remedy and alternative. With what we have done so far, we have been able to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you can't forge any document in Biafra and present it anywhere. We have eliminated the possibility to forge document, unlike the runners and all the criminals in Yoruba land are doing. That's what they do. They make a living by forgery. So my people in the United States, for those who are very, very unsure of what will happen after December 2nd, I am telling you now, giving you a hint. Our declaration of independence or declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra will be expected to legitimize the Biafra government in the eye of other non-terrorist states. This is going to take a very long time, and it requires many diplomatic approach, political approach, and of course, it also requires commitment from the Biafra government, which I believe we are not shaking from that end. In turn, we will be expected to recognize Biafra, and we don't care how long this will take. This kind of legitimization of Biafra state will be culminated in the quest or in our request or appeal to other states and international organizations to recognize the independence of Biafra. Our grievances that we expected to be listed on the declaration document has been drafted or has been drafted by our committee on the declaration of the declaration drafting committee will include the grievance declaration, the institutionalizing declaration, and the commitment declaration. I want you all in the United States to listen to this. Very, very important. We are going to have 3 major grievances in our declaration document. And so, if you don't know what we are doing, we are fighting Nigeria academically, we are fighting Nigeria with brain, we are fighting Nigeria physically, and we are fighting Nigeria with gun. So let me repeat it again. I said, the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra will cover 3 major grievances. One is grievances declaration, institutionalizing declaration, and the commitment declaration. And this different declaration will be elaborated during the time of our convention in Finland. So when you come to Finland, you're going to have first-hand information, and you are going to read the history, be part of the history, and stay where the history is happening, so that you will not say they told you, or you will not say you watch it from the social media. No, you are going to be there. Those who are privileged to come to Finland, you will be there to witness this thing yourself, how it is done. So, and then after that, you know, when I made a video the other day to explain to Biafrans who will be expecting that Immediately after the declaration, the police will disappear from Biafra. No, the military will disappear. Of course, most of them use it to do propaganda, which doesn't move us. Because the thing is that they don't know what we are doing. They don't have the information, and they will never have the information. And even if they do, they will never support Biafra. And we don't expect everybody to support Biafra. Like I've said previously, even this Finland, when they voted 88 over 100, you know how many that voted for Finland Declaration of Independence. So what I'm trying to say is that the United States, those Biafrans in the United States, all of you must understand that the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra in December is going to come with a heavy Edwakanon to the enemies, both the outside and within. And so we are going to be taking a little bit step forward to the Edwakanon that is happening presently. It is a must. So those who think that Simon Ekpa is laughing at them or laughing with them, my brother, don't look at this laugh and this face. I have always warned, if you follow this face, you'll be deceived. I am not here with a clean eye, fighting for Biafra, fighting against Nigeria Islamic State, fighting against the terrorist state of Nigeria, Ejira Anyoma, and Osa Nigeria. Don't look this face, it will deceive you. I want to assure you that in the coming weeks on this lockdown of Nigeria institution is going to be a litmus test of what is to come. We will continue to prove to Nigeria terrorist state that they have lost every legitimacy to govern anybody in Biafra territory. That's our target. There is no other target we have. The reason why this 1 month lockdown of Nigeria institution in Biafra land is to prove to them that they have lost the legitimacy. And if they try to bring those terrorists to kill our people and put it on Biafra people who are ready to take it upon them or take it with them, we are not going to move any inch backward, in the sense that when they try to kill people, they say, oh, Simon Ekpa put the lockdown, they are locking. That is what. If you make yourself a willing tool, you have yourself to blame, and your family will ever regret allowing you to be used as a propaganda machine by the Nigeria state. Nothing is going to come out of it, I promise you. Do not fall a victim of the Nigeria state because of your hatred for freedom. Do not fall a victim of the Nigeria state because of the peanut you receive from the secretariat. Secretariat will be raised in time to come. I am telling you, we are still watching them. Let any secretariat open and you see what Biafra is going to do to that secretariat. That land belongs to us, and we dictate and decide how we use it. And after that, we will rebuild our land. So Biafra government need your support to make sure that we achieve this particular step-by-step delegitimization of Nigeria until December, when we will have our convention in Finland.
Thank you, my fellow Biafrans. You know, these updates are very important, and I will continue to bring you these updates from time to time to remind you, because as we are drawing very close to this very convention and the declaration of restoration of Biafra, it is important that you know what to expect, so you will not be discouraged or you will not be deceived. That is why most time I go back to play these videos to let you understand what to expect. Because when you don't know what to expect, it will be easy for people to come and plant a wrong information to you. They will easily come and tell you, oh, you are promised this, you are promised that, and all that. So when you begin to follow up every discussion, every statement of our Prime Minister, you will not be deceived. You will say you were not told. You will say you didn't hear. That is the beauty of the restoration of Biafra today. Every single step that we are taking, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, explains it before time. That is why I play these videos, to remind you again what to expect. You can go back and play it over and over again. You can even use it also to advise others, because our enemies will always push their propaganda, as they always do. Like some of them came to us, our Prime Minister, and they say, all the promises you made, which one did you fulfill? Didn't fulfill any, which is a lie. Even in that same program, people came out and began to testify that the promises we are fulfilled. Our Prime Minister went ahead to tell them the promises we are fulfilled, and we can see it. There is no single promise that he made that has not been fulfilled. The only thing is that what they are expecting is not what they saw, because they don't have the knowledge. They don't know what it takes to have a country. Having a country is not organizing a village meeting. It is not organizing a age grade meeting. It is not organizing your village society. Having a country, to build a country that is going to compete with other countries of the world, it takes time. It takes process. There are necessary things to do, and we are following those processes gradually. And we will get there. Nothing is going to stop us. And there is another update. As we continue to go, you will see this update that I'm going to share now. This person you are looking here, you are seeing is one of the what do I call it? The Air Force of the terrorist government that came to take the life of Biafran people. And eventually, he was captured by the Liberation Army. The person you are seeing here is captured by the Liberation Army. He was captured by the Liberation Army of Biafra. Unlike them, the Biafran military have a standard they follow. Biafran government have a standard. The Biafran army has a standard. They have the rule of engagement. Biafran government have rule of engagement. If they take a prisoner, you'll be treated accordingly and you'll be fair. You look at him. He's an Air Force man captured by the Biafran Liberation Army, and they are feeding him. You know how hardship is in the country now. They are feeding him with pure water and with meat in his food. The meat that he cannot be able to eat in his own camp, Nigerian government will not be able to feed him in this way. They have shown us what they eat in their camp, in their own camp, in the military camp. You see what they eat, the kind of food they give them. Look at him. They brought him to come and take the life of Biafran people and the Liberation Army. This guy is an Air Force, Nigerian Air Force, captured by the Liberation Army. And they are feeding him. Even gave him a pure water to drink. And let's see what our Prime Minister has to say on that. The Prime Minister wrote, he said, Biafran Liberation Army feeding the terrorist Nigerian Air Force who came to kill them but was captured. My attention is on the meat. In this hardship, the Biafran Defense Force is feeding these terrorists with too much meat inside plates. The terrorist is from Niger State. He is even drinking bottled water. Oh my God. See mustache. You see, he's lucky. A lucky man captured with an army that has rule of engagement. Do you think that Nigerian army that take the life of a civilian, let alone when they see when they see somebody who is confronting them? If it were to be Nigerian army, you won't see him again. They will take his life. But look at somebody that was captured alive by the Liberation Army, and they are feeding him. That is to show a good example that the Biafran people, we are going to obey the rule of law. We are going to sign up for all the treaties, and we are going to respect human rights and international laws. To the last, every of those laws that the zoo has broken, we are going to respect them and make sure that they stand. My fellow Biafran that are watching, I appreciate every one of you that have been part of us on this program from the beginning of the end. We have come to the end of the program, and we are going to come back again. Hopefully in the evening, we are going to come back again to continue. Please make sure you are part of that very program that is going to be held today by 7 p.m. Biafran time. That the program is going to be held that I just advertised now. Be part of the program so that you can be able to get information as well. It is very important. I will try to see if I can be able to stream it when the time comes. Make sure you are part of that. It is very important because in everything that we do, we make sure that informations are going across. This is the program I'm talking about. It is going to be held by 7 p.m. Biafra time. 7 p.m. time. This is a business team live today. Biafra government business team. Biafra government business team. They will have a program by 7 p.m. Biafra time. Join that program so that you can know what is going on and what is going to happen and what they have. And the topics that I'm going to discuss there is the special IOU loan, Ebube Paradise Homes, Biafra Freedom Battle Workshop with Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Please try to be there. Our Prime Minister is going to be there live. He's going to be there. You know, every time he comes out, special informations are coming. So don't miss the program. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate every one of you that have joined me on this program today. From the beginning to the end, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect you, secure you. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to give us strength and give us the power to overcome. No matter the challenges, every Biafra that have made this far, we will all see Biafra. I pray for the Liberation Army. I pray for the resistant fighters. I pray for the strike force. I pray for the Black Marine, for Chukwu Okike Abiama to continue to guide and protect them and defend them wherever they are. I pray for the de facto government of the homeland and all the officials for divine protection and divine victory and wisdom. I pray for every member of the cabinet, members, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect all the honorable members and their families. I pray for all our media warriors, all our speakers on various platforms. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect them, secure them, give them more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I also pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. I pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I pray for 2,000 men wisdom for him. I pray for divine protection. I pray that no evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. He will never dash his foot against a stone. Every plan they make against him, every trap they set for him, it will catch themselves. I pray for our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for divine health, for divine security, for divine safety, for divine healing. I pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for divine strength. Wherever he is, he will stand strong, healthy, until he joins us very soon. I pray for freedom for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever he is, I commit his life into the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiama for divine protection. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. Every plan or poison they put in him shall turn to become a nutrient in his body. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will bring him back to us very soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again next time. Stay blessed till we meet again.
Asịkwana Chineke na enweghị ihe ọ ga-eme maka ọ ga-eme gị nwụọ n'ike. Hope asịkwana na ọ dịghị ihe Chineke ga-eme, ọ ga-emekwa ya ịfụnanya. Isi eluigwe na enwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra, ọ ga-eme ya ịfụ ya n'anya. Ịghọtago? Ezu aka ọ dị. Ịghọtago? Ọnwa pie. Ogbugo ọtụtụ anwụgo.